Fiona Whitten from Oakfield Crafts here, and welcome to my, how to describe it, celebrate the mini catalogue and celebration. I guess it's a show and tell because I'm sharing with you the products that some of the products that I've got, and also ideas that I have made with them. So I promise not to take up too much of your time, and then again some of you I know will say, well, let's just keep going. But anyway, so as you all know, the mini catalogue, the July to December mini catalogue went live yesterday, as did Celebration. And one of the perks of being a demonstrator is first off, you get to see the catalogue, and you actually get a copy of the catalogue early. And you are also able to purchase products from the catalogue early too. So depending on the catalogue, sometimes you get the choice of the whole thing, and sometimes there is just a list of things that you can choose from. This time around, we were basically able to order whatever we wanted, provided it was in stock, so which is pretty exciting. So there was some crazy number of stamp sets and things in this mini catalogue, and you could have ordered one of each. Purses may not have afforded it, and husbands may not have been too happy, but hey ho, it's just one of those. So I'm going to start off with the Words of Cheer bundle, and I can't share too many projects because most of the projects that I've made using this bundle is for this Christmas stamper stack, which is in September. I do have a card from it that I will share because it actually was already up on Facebook and on my blog as just a picture of the cards. I did share all 5, but you just couldn't see all of them. So so you'll find the stamp set and the dies on page 20 of the mini catalogue. And I've paired it for the class with painted Christmas designer series paper. So this is what the paper looks like. So it's 12 by 12. You get 12 sheets, 2 of each of the designs, and they are double-sided. So we've got little ferny things, berries and ferns. I can't quite decide whether these are cranberries or baubles or what, but it's a cute design. I don't think there's anything in this pack that I do not like. So we've got ferns, fir cones, this one. So there's all sorts. So we've got garden green, we've got cherry cobbler, we've got real red, we've got soft sea foam. I'm trying to think what else. Just jade. All sorts of things in this. This is really sweet. So this will be a really nice background paper. Got some more fir cones, and then that's got like a paving pattern. I would say it kind of reminds me of types of different paving. So I like that as well. That's a really nice background, and then some more ferns and things. And leaves on that one, so all the greens. I know there's a few people that don't necessarily like all the greens, but I don't think the greens in this are too obnoxious. Personally, I like them. So that's the paper that I've used, and these are a couple of the cards that I have made. So for those of you who know what goes on, we have a team. We call it Monday Makes. And so we all get together on a Monday morning. Someone comes up with a card design and then talks us through it, and then we finish off putting it all together, and it's up to us then how we decorate it. So this was the card that Carol shared the other week. And it's a fun fold card. So it looks like a normal card from here, but when you actually open it out, it's sort of a take on a W fold card, and this is one piece that is effectively scored into a W fold. I've left my piece of basic white here so that I can write something on there to the recipient. So that, and actually, believe it or not, although it looks complicated, it is really pretty easy. It's just more question of layering your cardstock and your paper. And then the sentiment comes from the Words of Cheer stamp set. So Happy Christmas from my home to yours. It's a really nice sentiment for Christmas. The little holly leaves here, I stamped this bit twice and just fussy cut them out. So that was that. So that was the first card. My second card, this one I've kind of gone over the top. So I've used the this large stamp here. So I stamped it once in Memento, coloured it, and then I re-stamped some of the flowers and actually fussy cut them out and used dots and to add them to the front. The Happy Christmas, being British, we don't call Christmas holidays, so we're able to put Christmas Day or Happy Christmas. It's nice having these sentiments that are already broken up so you can do your own thing, which is really nice. And they're in different fonts. So the Happy, I just simply stamped it Evening Evergreen onto some soft succulent. Similarly the Christmas, and then that one I fussy cut all around it. And then the Christmas I just kept plain and simple and just sort of bannered the end. Having the 12 by 12 paper means that you can, of course, decorate the flaps on your envelope. 6 by 6 doesn't work, sadly, because it's just a little bit too short, but the 12 by 12 works perfectly. And you know me, I don't like to send naked cards or envelopes, so the inside has some paper in that as well. And this last card actually is one of the cards from the Christmas Stamper Stack. So most of this will have already been pre-cut for you, which is probably a good thing, because the aim is we're going to make 20 cards. And that's 4 each of 5 different designs. So these are the dies. I didn't check to see if this is going live, so I'm really hoping that it is. Looks like it might be. Let me just turn the sound down, because I really don't want to be able to hear myself on my laptop. Right, okay, yes, I can see it now. So this is the card. So those who come will get the stamp set, pack of the paper, an option to add the dies too. So we have the Happy, which has got little bits that you can see that are sticking out, and then the inside is just the Happy itself. And then there's another one which it says cheer. Actually, I won't bother taking it off the backing. So we've got the cheer, so that's got all the little frondy bits on, and again the cheer to go on the inside. But this one does actually cut out the letters individually. Just be aware of that. Whereas this one, the letters all are just as one word. And then we've also got, so this will cut out, so let's see, there we go. This piece here cuts out the main image from the stamp set, so this will cut out that. We've got stars, different sorts of stars. We've got, this will cut out the leaves, and then we've got other little bits and pieces. There's a, I thought to start off with there was a bit of a stray piece, but I found use for that, so I'm not, I don't want to spoil the surprise for those coming to the Christmas Stamper Stack. So that's that, and then again there's more holly and fronds and things. So that's the dies that go with the stamp set. And this is where I need to put it away carefully so that I don't end up losing pieces. I don't know if anyone saw the picture that I posted earlier, because I've got all this set out, but at the same time so that I could grab it easily, but I don't want to end up with it all on the floor either. So that's that one. I think I'm just going to end up with a pile on the corner of my desk and hope it doesn't decide that it's going to fall about. Okay, so this is a celebration set. So this is the one that I was telling you about yesterday and showing you. So it's red rubber. So this is all one image. I haven't yet made anything with this, so this is one for me still to play with. So this is a set that is free with a £45 spend. So it's some really nice sentiments with mixed fonts, which is really cute. So your friendship feels like home to me. I'm always and forever here for you. I've got some flowers and pots and things. So that's, as I said, all one image. So that you can stamp that, leave it plain, or obviously you can colour with whatever medium you want to use. It's pretty fine detail. Just quickly show you. So it's very fine detail, so you wouldn't necessarily have to go too mad with the colouring, which is good if you don't have too much time to do it. Right, so that's a celebration set. It's probably going to end up being a bit of a mixed show and tell, this. I'll stick with celebration for a minute. And I don't know what I've done with my celebration catalogue. It's here somewhere. See, I already lost things. I can't believe this. You know what? I didn't even have it out. That will probably be why. So yeah. So the celebrations. So that was the stamp set I just showed you, and then these dies are free with a £90 spent, and they're designed to go with the shaded summer stamp set, which is actually in the annual catalogue. So there's items in here that will coordinate with both things from the mini catalogue, things from the annual catalogue, and there's actually even the sheep dies and the stamp set coordinate with each other, and they're in here. So this is a card that I've already shared. So this is just the dies that I've used in the 2021-23 in colours, and the happy birthday does actually come from the shaded summer stamp. So this is the shaded summer stamp set that is in the annual catalogue. So I've just used the happy birthday sentiment here, and then, as I said, solely use the dies to cut that out. So you can use the dies by themselves and pair it with whatever sentiments and things that you have, and show them to you quickly. So there are quite a few. They don't all necessarily go with the stamp set. So where is the stamp set? I've buried it. So these two outline ones will cut out those particular images. So that one, and this little one here. So you've got 3 that do actually cut out the images that are in the shaded summer stamp set, but the rest are standalone. You can use them to do whatever you like and create whatever flowers, be it pansies. That kind of reminds me of the poppies, but yeah, you can just use your imagination on these and create whatever you would like to do. So that was my first card. This one is really simple in that I've coloured, and then I stamped a third image, and I just used the shape to cut that out and then just layered that up. So this was a pretty quick card to make, and then the thank you is from the set, and I just finished off with some rhinestones. So that was that one. Now this third card actually is a little bit more complicated. So for those of you who like complicated, or would like something to stretch you, then this is the card for you. So I did actually use the 2 outline images. So I've just used that one twice. So originally the front was the same size as that piece there. I stamped them, and then I used the die very carefully, and I just used my Stampin cut and emboss machine, and only brought the plate to here. This side. So it cut that side and not that side, and you kind of have to do that twice because you have to move the dies. And then just snipped in between just to make sure that it looked like one continuous thing. So it's not impossible to do. Once you've done one, it's kind of easy. So but it was just another idea that you can use. And then I've used the Love You Friend and the stitched rectangle die for that one. So that is those. And oh, and I just used this in colour 6x6 paper for that card. Right. Right. Oh, this is the next one I'm going to show. I need to start figuring out where to put all this spare stuff. So the Delivering Cheer stamp set is one that I was saying yesterday. You can mix and match the bottoms and the tops, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make Christmas. You can colour these so they look like a bouquet of flowers. That is designed to be a tree, but again, you can colour that however you want to. The parcels, totally free to colour those. So this particular card that I've made, I've used some of the, I've got to find it. So I've used some of the Whimsy and Wonder paper, and I'll just share that with you in a minute. And so I stamped the top and bottom. So the top is just stamped and then coloured using my blends. This piece, I stamped the whole of that part, that image, coloured the feet and the shoes, but then I stamped it again over some designer series paper, and this paper is actually from the pack 2. So this is a technique called paper piecing. It's pretty simple. You just need some paper and ink and your image and a pair of scissors. So you literally just cut out the shape and then stick it over the shape that you want it to go onto. The ribbon is the new glittered organdy ribbon. So it has glitter on it. Some of it's iridescent, and I want to say it's like a pink spot, but depending which way, I don't know if you can see it in the on here, depending which way it catches the light will depend on what colour it looks like. So this is really, really pretty, especially for just tying a simple bow. It's quite I was going to say it's quite stiff, but actually it's not too bad. You can make nice bows and things with it. So again, that's my card, and that's the inside. So that was the paper that I used to stamp the skirt, and then I just kind of went mad with my clear Wink of Stella and coloured that with it. So the paper, which is in the main catalogue, as I said, is called Whimsy and Wonder, and it's 12 by 12 specialty. And the reason it's called specialty is because it has a lot of foiling on it. So we have, and excuse some of my bits that have been snipped. We have, and the foiling is only on one side, so don't just expect it to be on both. It's only on one side. So we have holly leaves with little berries. That was the paper that I used for the skirt. Excuse me. Got a bit of a frog in my throat. Got parcels, and yes, they've got holly leaves on, but I don't think that really matters. I like this as a background, so I'm going to think of something to use with that. We have snowflakes. I don't know if you can see how iridescent that is. It's really pretty. And some stripes, which are pretty bold. They're lovely. That's that I've already shared. So it's, as I said, the paper's called Whimsy and Wonder, so it goes with the stamp set that has the trees. I don't have the stamp set as much as I would like it, but I can think of lots of things I can do with those trees. So watch out, you guys who go to Card and the Cuppa, so you might end up with a few trees and things. And then the reverse side of that is just a soft sea foam, I want to say, also soft succulent. So they're very soft, pretty colours. Oh, this paper is definitely going to go astray, so I've done that one. Stripes. So obviously, depending which way you cut it, you'll end up with a diagonal going one way or the other. And I can definitely see that this is iridescent because it's not looking too good on the screen. And that's just got some dark green mossy meadow. white dots, and then we have baubles, which again are very, very pretty. And the baubles have got flowers, and they've got deer and all sorts of bits and pieces on. So you could actually cut these out. So that is that. And if you're wondering what colours it coordinates with, as I said, it goes with Blushing Bride, Crumb Cake, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow and Polished Pink. So that is that paper. As I said, I don't have the stamp set, so I'm not sharing that with you, but I've looked at it and thought, I really would like it, but I'm kind of not, I'm trying to keep away from things. This is a second card that I have made using the same paper. So this time, so I've got the hollies here and I've got the parcels here. I don't know if I know I've just finished off the inside, so I actually cut out some of the holly and glued it on here. This is a kite fold, so it opens like this, so you could put a sentiment in there or stick it inside the card even and have it opening. But so that was that one of that card. And this, I actually used a stamp set from the main catalogue for this, and the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So I used the Inspired Thoughts. So it's this particular one, which is the Wishing You All the Beautiful Gifts of Christmas. I just thought it was kind of apt with all the presents behind. So that was that one. The other paper that I think is well, probably saying to die for is probably a bit of an excess. It is one of my favourites from this. I just need to get it out of the packet. I couldn't take it all out now simply because I didn't want it to be going all over the place. So this is called Peaceful Pines, and again it's a 12 by 12 specialty. So, and as I said, specialty means it's foiling on it or something a little bit different. So this is one first sheet. So we have I don't know, it looks like tracks, could be snow, it could be all sorts. It's a bit too heavy to be stars. And then we've got some sweet little cabins on the back. We have one that has Christmas trees on one side, and then this is like bark. So I've used that quite a bit. Little diamonds. Now this is what I'm saying. It's just absolutely gorgeous because trees here. So this would be great for scrapbooking. You can cut it up, of course, to make cards and just use it as a card front and just simply add a sentiment. I'm sure there's all sorts of things that you can do. I haven't actually cut this one up yet. It's tempting, and I know I've got to do it. Some people say, no, don't. And then we've got another sheet that if you cut that in half and then divide it, you could get 6 card fronts easily out of that. You've got some white space to put a sentiment, or you can wrap some ribbon around it. Again, there's all sorts of things that you could do with that and make some very simple cards. That one I've shown you. Now this is the one that I read, these two here. So this one, I don't know if you can see or notice, actually it's 4 of the same images on the paper. So it has Christmas trees, well, fir trees. Not necessarily Christmas, it's Christmassy because there's snow on them, but normally, obviously, I don't know, some people say that they're just Christmas tree, but they're fir trees. So this, you can just cut this and use as a simple 6 by 6 card front. So you would get 4 out of this, and I'll show you in a minute. And then the back is, again, trees of sorts. And then this one is snowflakes, which is really sweet. So it's, again, something you could use as a background. And then you've got some gingham on that side. So, and I've made a couple of cards, and I said you can keep these as simple as you would like and let the paper do the talking as such. So these are the 2 cards that I have made using it. So this was the square, so I've simply trimmed it to fit onto, I want to say it's a 14.5 by 14.5 centimetre card. So you cut this out, you can get this out of 1 sheet of A4, so you would cut it at 14.5 by 29. And I've used 2 lots of the paper, so I've used the bark and I've used the one with the trees on, and again I've used the Stitch So Sweetly dies. So the piece Joy and Love is the one from the Inspired Thoughts. But whatever sentiment you have would fit that. I just felt that the piece Joy Love was very apt for this. And then this one, again, it's just some of the paper with the bark. Now you wouldn't believe it, but because of the different backgrounds, this takes on a slightly different shade. So this is basic grey on the back of this that it's all layered up to, whereas this is smoky slate. So it does actually look slightly lighter in colour, but it's all the one sheet, and this was just a continuation of that piece. So it does kind of take on slightly different hues. I don't think I've actually forgotten how to finish these inside of these yet, so shh, we won't tell. So that is those, and I did make one other card with this paper, and I will share that in a minute. What else have I got to share? Oh, I've got to share, now this is the Blackberry Beauty ephemera pack. Those of you who are on my catalogue list will know about my summer celebration sensation, and you can get this for free from me as a gift for a £45 spend. Now, these little kits are designed to go with the Blackberry Beauty suite, but there is absolutely no reason why you can't use these as a standalone item. So I'm going to show you. So this is the suite. I don't have any of the paper yet. It's on order, and I will be hopefully have my hands on it when I get back to the UK in September. So we've got a stamp set, and this is actually going to be part of a class in October. So this is the kit here, and there's 40 pre-cut pieces and 2 each of 20 designs. And what struck me was actually this tag. I just liked this owl. Sad, I know, but there you go. I like that owl. So we've got, I've kept him, and I thought, I think there'll be all sorts of things. So this is the owl. Oak leaves, which is very apt for me, and acorns, because obviously being Oakville Crafts and more. So this is, you've got tags, you've got some cutouts, got 2 sheets of those. You then got some more tags which have gold foiling on. Oh, sorry, the cat is just going nuts behind me. I don't know if you can hear her running around. So you have all these sheets of bits and pieces here that you can use to make cards, and obviously tags always look good on card fronts. So yes, so that you get that from me as a gift for a £45 spend. Oops, now that's stuck to the set. Oh, I don't want that to stick to that, so I'm just going to close that for a minute. Now this is definitely where everything's going to start falling over. I'm not quite finished yet. So we have the penguins. I did do a Facebook Live with the penguins. I haven't shared all these cards. This is the card that I did make on the Facebook Live, which is a fun fold, very simple. So if you would like to be able to make one of these, just go check out. It's on both my Facebook and on YouTube under Oakville Crafts. So you'll be able to find the instructions for that, and also the both a video that you can follow and also written instructions. This is just a really fun card that I made using the diorama dies. So I originally cut out that shape, and then I used what I'd cut out to make the other bits on the inside. So we have the penguins. My one penguin sliding down the hill, and the other penguin is just kind of hanging out. So this is the stamp set, and I like the fact that it's actually got a happy birthday on this. Sad, I know, but I have a lot of birthdays at Christmas time. Yeah, and in fact, I actually have one on Christmas Day and one on 24th. So I've actually already made a Christmas card. The punch that goes with the Penguin Place bundle will obviously cut out the elements, the stamped elements, but it also coordinates with the Penguin Playmates paper, which is free with a 45 spend in celebration. So that little penguin there is a penguin from the paper. I stamped and cut out the parcels. I stamped the trees in Mossy Meadow, and what I did, the trick on this one was I stamped it originally, and then rather than re-inking, I stamped again. So that's how you get the two different shades. And then balmy blue snowflakes and fresh freesia. And then I just put some stripy paper inside. So all of that is the papers from the Penguin Place. Sorry, the Penguin Playmates pack. So we've got there's a variety of images in here. I don't think I've probably got more out. So you've got little polar bears and penguins. You've got ones on sleighs. That's a slightly different one again. So you've got the polar bear making snowmen. This is the paper that you can punch out the penguin images. This is what's left. I cut out that polar bear from that other big card, that square card from here. I just thought he was too cute, and his arms are out in space that I just seem to fit to be able to put in the season's greeting sentiment, so that worked for me. So I've got 1, 2, how many fingers you've got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's another one somewhere. So I'm not going to try. I'll try and find it, but you say that you'll find some more information about this on the video where I've shared the whole of the suite there. So that's that. I didn't want to spend too much time on that. And then last but not least, and it's a sequence. Last but not least, I'm going to share whoops, upside down. That doesn't help. I gotta find it. So that's the Whimsy and Wonder stamp set, and the dice I was talking about that goes with that rather pretty paper. So I'm going to share with you the Classic Cloche bundle, which is this one. I have a few cards that I've made with that. So it's really sweet. Excuse me. The bundle has both the stamp set and dies, and you don't have to. You can use the dies alone, or you can do things with it, with the combine it with the stamp set. The dies also combine with, I have to find it, this stamp set, the Sweets and Treats. So this is the cloche or cloche again, that so the dies will actually work on this bit. But I'll just show you them. So, excuse me, I really do have a frog in my throat. Oh. Let's get it all right. So this is the Classic Cloche stamp set. So we have little images, which is the village, and we have birds, and then we have some really nice sentiments. So I've made 3 cards which are really just some simple stamping. So I've used note cards, and all I have done is I stamped the main image in Memento. In fact, all of them, the black is Memento. And then using this particular stamp here, because it's a two-step stamping, you can then colour the building. So if you don't feel confident enough to do that, then obviously you can colour with your Stampin' blends, watercolour pencils, or whatever your preferred medium is. But because this is a clear photopolymer stamp set, it's quite easy to actually overlay. So so I did that. This is just this particular line, and I think originally it's designed to be like a shelf for the cloche, but I decided I would just use it to divide the image and the sentiment. And then I just sort of stamped the sentiment. So there's only 3 colours on this. So we have Misty Moonlight, Tuxedo Black, which is the Memento, and Smoky Slate. So it's just 3 colours. This one was the flowers. So I started again stamping with the Memento. These 2 bits of the bird are actually this piece of the stamp. So if I turn it the right way round, you will see it just simply stamps that upper portion of the bird. So you could colour that, make that whatever colour you want, or again you can just leave it white, or you can use your blends or whatever you like to colour with to colour the birds. And then the branches is a separate stamp in here again, so that's the branches. I know I didn't quite make it on this one. It's slightly offset, but personally I don't have a problem with that. Kind of adds a bit more dimension to it. So so this card was made simply again with 3 colours. So we have Tuxedo Black Memento, we have Crumb Cake, and we have Mossy Meadow. And then these little spots, I just used my clear Wink of Stella on those to give them a little bit of a shine. So note cards are a great way of making Christmas cards, simply because you in the pack you get your note card and you get your envelope, and there comes 20 in a pack. So it's just a quick, simple, easy way of making some smaller cards. So this one, I have, again, just kept it simple. So this time I actually stamped the cloche first. And it comes in 2 parts. And there's a trick that, in fact, it's a trick to both that and to the sentiments. In that the cloche itself is a bit wibbly wobbly. See? Bit wibbly wobbly. So rather than trying to put it onto a block, and it always ends up not quite as straight as you want it, and you could mess around forever and a day, I would suggest you just simply kind of put it straight down. And it seems to be, whatever way you put it down, it seems to go the way it should. And then just pick it up from your work table like that. And I know it's not quite straight on here, but I know that this is a perfect shape and it's not going to go any, not got any kinks in it. Obviously I probably need a bit of a slightly larger block. There you go. Yeah, that's a bit better. So there's that piece, and then this little piece here is this. So this is the top. Obviously you can then pick it up. Well, you can't pick it up because it's a stamped image, it's not 3D or anything. So you would stamp that with that. And then I've got my village, which is the same image as this basically. So I've simply stamped it in the Memento, Smoky Slate, and then the sentiments also in Smoky Slate. And again, the sentiments, because they're photopolymer, if you really wanted to, you can bend them slightly. I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to make a circle, but if you have something that you just kind of want it in a bit of an arch or arc, then you can do that. but I just wanted mine straight. And if you want it straight again, just plop it down onto your work surface and then pick it up from there. She says, and she can't find a block now. But okay, never mind. You know what I mean. So that's the best way I've found to do it, rather than trying to get it actually straight first time on the block. It just, for me it doesn't work. That's that. Now the stamp set, there is a coordinating set of dies. So these are the cloche dies. And the nice thing about this is that you have the die that will cut out the cloche. You will have this, because this will then cut out this piece if you want. Let's see, let's do it this way. I would do it on the stamp set, but the stamp set's at 80%, so that's just not going to work. So that was the other thing I should have mentioned. It's not a the image on the box is not at 100%, so just be aware of that. So I can put those two on there. This will cut out the birds. We've got branches. These little bits here and that one are, you can make your own scene. So this piece here is what I cut out from here. Now it does fit perfectly on here. So if you wanted to add some dimension to it, then obviously you can do that. That one is another piece that you could add. You know, so you've got a mound behind, you've got trees, you've got branches. This, I think, this is the shelf for this to sit on. And then there's this cute little intricate one that cuts out bits and pieces, or designs, whatever you would like to do. So I haven't really played too much with this one yet. That's something for me to do. Oops. And then there are also these very sweet. They're quite deep, so this is definitely not going to go as a standard size card in the UK. You need to be aware of that. You will have to send it as a large card. So you can make nice sweet shaker cards with these. So this will fit over this. Obviously, what you're going to do is you will get your card front and cut the hole in, and then this will pop through. And it's adhesive, so it will seal whatever you've put in your in the shaker. So there's those. What else is there? I think that's really all that's in the in that particular stamp set. So I've shared these particular ones. I've made I made a fun fold card on. So Monday just gone this week, the acorns, when we got together, I talked them through making this particular card, and so this is the card that I made. And so I've used the paper from the I don't remember what it's called now. Isn't that dreadful? The peaceful place paper. So this is the snowflakes and things. And then I don't know if you can see it too well from above. That's the gingham. And then there's my image. So I'm just going to have to hopefully hold it like that so that you can see it. So that's my, whoops. So this is like a little easel card, but it's got quite a wow factor. So that was the card that we made on Monday. You don't necessarily have to do this piece. You could just leave it off and just have it as a label like that, which it's the label itself here that holds these two pieces back. And then I made a belly band again. This is the little village, but I used the Stitch So Sweetly dies again. So So that was the one. You can, of course, this is what I've done on this. I don't know if you will see it. I've used the shimmer paper. So if you don't particularly want to be putting clear Wink of Stella on stuff, you can use this. It's very subtle. Maybe if I did it that way, you might be able to see it on there. So that's another sort of form of paper that you could use, and then you don't have to worry about putting clear Wink of Stella over everything, because you might want to put it on a few bits still just to make it even more shiny. So that's that. So I'm going to see what time have we got. Oh, we've been on this on 45 minutes already. So, and I normally don't like to go over 45 minutes. So I'm going to, I will come back on another day, or I will record something to show you how to make the cloche and do that. I've obviously been waffling on for long enough. Now there was one thing that I wanted to do today, and that was to do the winner of the scavenger hunt. Now I had a scavenger hunt going on my Facebook page. And let's see, I've put all the names into the wheel, the magic wheel. And I'm going to take this down, and I'm going to hope that I can show you. Whoops, that was a cold lead going. Hopefully you're not going to get too sick of it. This is my table. Right, so here's the wheel with all the names on. So I'm going to click on it and then announce the winner. And the winner's going to get some of the paper from Celebration. So the bedazzled paper. It's on order, so it'll get to you as and when it arrives with me. So let's just do this. And thank you for everybody who has entered. Oh dear. Hopefully that hasn't made your eyes go a bit too wonky. And the winner is Trisha. Yep. So Trisha, that paper will be winging its way to you as and when it arrives at the house. Okay, well that was that. I'm going to close that. And thank you very much for watching. I hope I've given you some ideas there. If there's anything you would like, then please get in touch, or if you've got any questions, get in touch. And of course you can shop online by visiting oakfieldcrafts.com and simply clicking on the shop button at the top, or go to my Stampin' Up website, which is oakfieldcrafts.stampinup.net. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will be back next Wednesday with another share. So see you soon. Take care. Bye.